Alright, hey, hi, hello, how's it going guys? My name is ZetaRayZod and welcome back to more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on to stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off in the previous episode, we kind of just finished off in the pawn shop. We were headed back to our place, and I think Gina was invited for dinner. And we were kind of talking about the manuscript that was apparently left in the pawnbrokery store, the hands of Baskerville apparently, and Gina's convinced that that Sholmes was lying to Iris about having it kept there. So I think that's the reason why she went back to the pawn shop. And when we got here, the scene unfolds is that Windybank is dead with he got shot in the back, I think, and she was in the same room with him with a gun in her hand, and the door's locked. But I'm not sure if... I mean, it kind of seems like she did it, but at the same token, when we came into the store, Sholmes got shot by two people that were there. So I think... I'm not sure if the police is gonna note this down or not, but we'll see what happens. So, let's continue. It's Gina? Wait, is it gonna say to be... Okay, no. From that moment, Windybank's pawnbroker became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Okay, thank God. If it says to be continued, I'll be so upset. This was like 30 seconds. Should've just kept going. Okay. 16 April, 6:21 a.m. Out legal consultancy. Oh, Iris. A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yeah, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Pearlie and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. And what happened, Bruno? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Well, yes, I'm afraid so. Let's talk. Events at Windybanks. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed the gang of two thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away. So it was one of them who shot Mr. Windybank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is, she was in there with him. No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know. None of us think she did it. Why have they arrested her? Sorry, there's nothing I could do. She was in there. Let's talk about Sholmes' situation. So where's Hurley then? Is he still investigating the scene? No. He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windybanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot? No. It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at the St. Sinners. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. Oh man, that's a lot of info for a little girl to take, you know. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windybank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, yeah, you know what? There's a possibility they would have shot Naruhodo as well. You might have been shot as well, yeah, Bruno. Yeah, I mean, if they're willing to shoot someone, you know, willy-nilly, they killed someone. I mean, they shot Sherlock. Like, why? It's not difficult to think that they would shoot at you if you're chasing after them. On top of everything, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Susato situation. Where's Susie, Runo? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get it started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to view Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know and I would have come to the station. Boy, oh boy. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is also horrible. The thing is, Mr. Winbeck was found on the floor in the store where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the store door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no. And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room? Yeah, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. I mean, look, it's a possibility that when Winniebank was outside, he got shot, he ran inside, locked the door, you know? And maybe it just so happened Gina was there. Whoops. Hanako, honor and blade. Sorry. Didn't expect it to show up. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well, what can I say? Damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone out here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh, yes. I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to hospital sooner rather than later. Alright, fine. We'll go to the hospital first then. New locations. St. Sinners. There we go. We'll go to hospital first. Wow, the walls are cracked. Hurley! Oh! He's not here! No. That's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley is being a big baby, and the balloon wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Maybe she's in the toilet. Oh. Hello, what have we here? It's the police. This ward is off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh? Well, I'll have you know. We're Hurley's next of kin. Eh? Oh, well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. So, a little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solver as a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure. Sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh dear. Is he going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is. Oh boy. Oh. I've heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Huh. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Can we examine his bedroom? I want to see his room. There's a notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. Matron! Rat! Oh yeah, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. Also people. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Yeah, fun fact, if you don't know, rats feast on dead bodies. Generally, they don't bite people that are alive, but if you are asleep, the rats will assume that you're dead and will bite you. So, you know, if you have mice problem, like, you should get rid of that as soon as possible, man. Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. Certainly hope so, for Mrs. Sholmes' sake. Yeah, so they bite. I mean, there's been, like, news articles about babies with, like, their ears or, like, their cheeks bitten off because, like, they're asleep. So the rats don't know if they're dead or alive, and they just, like, nibble on them anyway. So that's pretty freaking terrifying, you know? So yeah. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know. It looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that will bother him. No? I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Anything else we can look at? Anything else? It's just, we can't even look at his chart. Bed, and that's it. Okay, let's take a gander on the right. Ah, someone's here. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries, to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see? Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and had been brought here along with his weapons. Very specific. That's surprisingly plausible. So what do people do in Japan back in the day? They just sit down and just wait. I guess that's it. That's everything from the hospital. So let's move on to prison. I assume, you know, next place you want to go is a prison. This looks like the same cell that Natsume-san was in. They probably just reused the artwork. That's fine. Hello, Gina. She still has a gun? Oh, he still has a grenade launcher for Hurley and I made. I wish you pointed at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny, I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You hurt? Got lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh, what if she did? Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. She still has everything. The police didn't take that shit away. She could have a gun in there. Just see what I can lay my hands on. Guy, that's the kind of person I am. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, I said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer from you or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me anymore. Obviously, she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Converse. Legal representation. I can help you, sir. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? You wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. I'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, you'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all, being sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it. Genie, don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. But we're friends. Look, I'll ask you nicely now, just leave me alone. Come on, Jenny, don't be like that. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'll pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. What's she defending them? But why, Ginny? Why did you do that? It's obvious, the place is full of stuff I get sell for a shilling or two. Diving it easy, you know, that's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny, we'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft, you can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Ooh, what are these lies? What did she mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why did she tell us what these unforgivable lies you told her? Maybe you can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Jenny, please. Oh, yeah? I wasn't gonna give you this. Something to remember me by. That's a cat and a snowman. Photographic print of a really adorable cat. The snowman's behind it. That's the snowman across the street from Gyarados in the previous episode. I found it in one of the pockets of that coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in the pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Genie. The white cat photograph has been added, entered into the court record. Okay. I guess that's it. Now let's go to Wonderbank's pawnbrokery. Maybe you can find some evidence. It's the same copper. 16th April, Wonderbank's pawnbroker. Whoa, he's actually moving. They're all the same PP. They're actually triplets. This is where it happened then. Last night? Yeah, that's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. Are you kidding me? There's shit on the floor. The calendar is broken because someone shot it. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oh, I heard that. Sorry. Oh. Oh, Inspector. Good morning. I suppose I want to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed the least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, man. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't want to get shot. Yeah. I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Arlie's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Ah. Your ladyship. No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and seek he has the very best medical care. Oh, of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are tending him as we speak. And I don't think it's Runa's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person in Virus. Talk about a personality change. Where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you like some juice. Some nice, refreshing fruit juice. Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some. Glug, 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 glug. Lovely. Ta very much. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. I'm gonna examine around because obviously you guys can do your job. Look at that on the floor. There's some shit on the floor already. Alright then, let's see what we can uncover. Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, but we were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. No touching. What's the problem, Grexy? Bruno's a lawyer. You know that. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'll be only too happy to let your nose around. Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers. It looks like presenting the device here with the correct paperwork is the only... Okay, I guess we can't look around for now. Sorry, I just got a notification on my phone. I just bought myself an SSD. A 2 terabyte SSD. And it's coming today. Exciting. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the prison. Maybe you get a new prompt. Oops, gotta move my mouse, sorry. New prompt for representation? Nope. Now what? Oh, wait a minute. Let's just talk to the guy first. We can talk to him. Let's talk to him. Investigation. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case this. Some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night. Gina? You're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? How could you? How? How could you possibly know that? I had a feeling. That's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. I think you said this in the previous episode as well. So you've arrested 2 men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yeah. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison. She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. I want the fishing ship. The thing just pops back up. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters is strictly confidential. Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Cyr. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. If it hit an artery, a vein bleeds, an artery sprays. I mean, it's a game, but this is more like information for people. Like, you know, if someone nicks an artery, if they get stabbed or whatever, or sliced, If it's an artery, it will spray. If it's a vein, it will bleed. So if it's an artery, if it sprays right, that's pretty dangerous because they can actually bleed out in seconds. Because an artery is like the main thing where like the blood goes, right? If that gets nicked, it's literally, I think, only a matter of seconds before the person bleeds out. So I mean, in his midriff, he lost a fair bit of blood. Make sense? I think Susato was holding on to him, so maybe she stemmed the flow, the bleeding from coming out. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Mr. Sholmes is human like the rest of us, you know? Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? You'll be able to make him better? Of course, your ladyship. He must ride his reign before you know it. Really? How do you know? Huh? How do I know? Well, because... Of course. Yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why. We put pretty doctors have better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley. I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. Ladyship? I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a capo. We don't go in for favoritism. But he's right. You do treat us differently. It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Sholmes stories. That's why. Oh. I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson. Oh, well yeah, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What did you write about the Inspector, Iris? I don't remember really. It was one of the Sholmes lines. Gregson is the smartest in Scotland Yarders. That's how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Ooh, that's amazing. All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Sholmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time they become such a toady to me. Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson, no, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it. But that would never happen, Gregsy. Every month when the new Rands magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. Glug, 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 glug. Lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Teetotal. Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Miss Naruhodo. Yeah, what is it? I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now. Important message? I wonder what it could be. What is this important message, Gregsy? Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant. Oh, dear Susie, is she alright? No, she's in jail. She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. She did get a telegram about that. One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have to fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Alright, That's it. This will move. Oh, damn. There we go. What do you want with Susato, though? Interesting. Unless it has something to do with her dad. Or evidence tampering. Yeah. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So, everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. I'm assuming it's both of them. Yep. There they are. Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what you're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. She's going home. Wait, what? What did you just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san! Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. Well, what's this all about? Why are you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? But what about Jeannie's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Oh boy, where's she going home? I think it's got something to do with her dad. Mr. Susato, what's all this about? Oh, well, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has. That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father, I knew it. He's fallen ill. Oh no. Professor Mikotoba? If I may. Yeah, sorry. You must be the defendant. Ryonosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, father collapsed of fever. Cause is apparently unknown, and it seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. I mean, look, you gotta prioritize family, right? So Gina has been charged? She have to appear in court? Yep, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Very efficient. Gina! Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in panic. You're shot in the back. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time. Judy would never do something like that. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart. In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now. Yeah, of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. You have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yeah, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me." There's just one more thing, Lawyer Strongheart, which is, it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her? A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair. Wait, we already know this. Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation of a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork and and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. He doesn't have a ferrule as well on the back of his stick. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would you do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yeah, thank you. Kinda seems like I did things out of order. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina charged with murder? Susato-san about to leave? Come, Miss Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Didn't you have packing and things to do? As Miss Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Miss Susato. It's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer. Who'll be my assistant? I'm assuming maybe Iris is gonna be my assistant then, right? But yeah, you know what? I think I'll leave this episode here. Wait, are we gonna be talking? Yep, we're gonna be talking. Okay, yep, I think I'll leave this episode here. In the next episode, definitely we're probably gonna convince Gina to accept representation by us, because what kind of game would it be if it's not, right? And we'll see what happens. So far, it seems to me like he got shot in the back and she was at the side, so I'm not sure. And he fell down like that, so kind of seems to me that it's not possible that she would have shot him if she was where she was, you know. But we'll see what happens. You know, more information always shows up later on. But for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!